Thundercats. Oh. All right, so this is just me DIYing some. My dude was pan throw. Thundercats. With the nunchaku. All right, so that's clean. All right, so what's interesting about this? This goes on to the bottom of your GE washer. Thunder. So for you people out there who have a GE washer, this is going to be on the bottom of it. You got to tilt this back to get to it. Tilt this back all the way, boom, lean it up against something, and you can put this back on it. Has 2 bolts. These bolts right here. Boom, 1 and 2. 3 bolts. But, 3 bolts hold it in. Just lean it back and pop it on, boom. But this is rubber on my hands. You know what it comes from? It comes from the belt. So the person who had this washer sold it for $20. I went and picked it up, and they said it wasn't spinning. So I turned it on and did my due diligence, and then I put it on speed wash. So I watched it go through the cycles, and then I put it on drain spin. And what it would do is it would drain, and it would spin a few seconds, and then it would start to fill up again. So it only spin for a second. So what I did was I went up under this bad boy here, and I found the belt, and the belt was pretty much, chewed up. I said, all right, well, let me take the belt off. And the belt had this dust on it. So the belt was slipping, and the rubber that's the rubber that was coming off of it. So you guys, if you have this problem and you have a GE washer, it's the belt. So you're gonna need a new belt. But what you can do in the interim, you can actually take the belt off and flip it over and put it right back on. So it's a little something for you guys. But basically, it's not that hard to do. You just take it. You want to tilt it back like so. Now, I'm not a fan of tilting it back to where the oven is, because I don't want nothing to come on. So I got to be careful. But there. So you just tilt it back like that. Here's your bolts right here. I'm not going to put this back on because I'm going to order a belt. But I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about, because somebody's going through this. Whenever people go through this, they need a DIYer to say, hey, what's the skinny, and, should I throw my unit away because it's not, doing something. And most of the time, the answer is absolutely not. Don't throw the unit away. You're gonna have to. Get a little dirty though. So here it is. Here's the belt. It's not too happy because this is the side that was on it. Excuse me, this is the side right here that was on it. And now that I think about it, you know what actually happened here? Well, that's not necessarily true. Okay, so this belt is two-sided, right? So they had it on this side here. This side is pretty much shredded. You see all the dust here? See all that dust? That comes from this belt slipping. Now, what's interesting about this belt is you don't have to loosen up this transmission and this motor. You have to loosen these up to get the belt on. All you have to do is pretty much, you can just snatch this belt off of here and let it rotate. So like this. Boom, the belt's off. That's it. See that? That's it. So when you change your belt, it's not hard to do, people. It's not, complicated. So boom, the belt's off. There it is right there. Boom. But if you're having slippage, what you do is you rub the one side and you go, this is very smooth. And that's not what you want. You want it to be a little abrasive. So all I did was turned it over. I turned it over and said, I'm going to use this side. So this side goes on the inside. That's all I did. So you know what? I'm going to use the rough side. So I'm going to turn it over. Boom, like that. And here's how you put it on. I'm going to try to one-hand my way through this. Here's how you put it on. It's not going to work with one hand, but when you put it back on, it's a little trickery to it. Once you get it on the one belt, you just rotate it around like so. It pretty much goes on its own. It is a two-hand. It's a two-hand dealio, though. But, yeah. So this is your problem. I'm going to get another one because, I just am. And I paid $25 or I paid $20 plus gas for the whole unit. So I'm not out a whole bunch of money here. And I just picked it up off of Facebook marketing. I just went on to Facebook and said, hey, I want a washing machine. And there were plenty of them out there. Some of them people were just giving them away. The guy wanted $25 for this. I told him I'd give him $20. He said, just leave it up under my mat and take the unit. So that's what I did. Is his wife, when I went to put the money up under the mat, the wife came out and she was like, hey, what's this all about? Oh, you guys are talking to me. I'm sorry. Empty out your pockets. I need all I need all that. I need the millions. I ain't got no millions. What are we watching? Just me trying to help you guys. When you come into a situation like this is a GE washer, and the guy pretty much gave it away because he didn't know what was wrong with it. He actually tried to fix it. But what he did was he didn't YouTube what could be the possible problem. I know he tried to fix it because the back of it is missing. So he tried to go in and look at the control board and all that other stuff. And sometimes that is the problem, but most likely that's not. So most likely that's not your issue. Yeah. Most likely. Now, if you look under here and you're like, hey, the belt's okay, examine this belt and it looks all right. You're going, yeah, let's something else is going on here. Once you go through that type of thing and you do your due diligence, yeah, you got to do your due diligence, guys. Damn it. Tricky little sucker, isn't it? All right. So you got to do your due diligence. Once you do, try to figure out what's going on. You just go ahead and get a new belt. If you're gonna buy used appliances, you might have to get a new belt. Any hoozle. But yeah, don't get your fingers caught in it. Thundercats. Yeah, don't do what I just did. You'll get your fingers pinched. So, but you don't need a mechanical device to get on. You just need a little leverage and some damn good patience. All you need is a little patience. Make sure it's inside this groove right here. And I'm thinking, oh, I almost had it. So it's not the easiest thing, but you know, you wrestle with it a little bit and it'll get on there. So, some of you guys have changed your belts on your cars and you had to use a couple doohickeys to do it. All right, so let's get this on here. So there it is. Where's all right? It's nice and in there. So this is on there pretty good. It's gonna rotate fairly well. Yeah, there it is. So there it is. It's gonna rotate pretty good. I gotta put this ground wire back on here. I don't know what this guy went. Probably right there. So I'll put that ground wire back on. And yeah, I've already washed some clothes with it, so I know it works. But yeah, so if you're having some issues, check your belt first. All right, here's your motor, here's your transmission. A lot of times, if you're getting loud noises, might be your transmission. If it's not doing it at all, then you're looking at your motor itself. You're gonna need that replaced. Depends on the model. You might find a blinking light. Not light to tell you, hey, something's going on. And a light will be up under here somewhere. It's where the motherboard is. It's where the motherboard for the actual motor is. Some of these, the older ones, it hangs down and you'll look right in there and you'll see it. The newer ones aren't like that. This is a newer one. Now, if you're having problems with it draining or something like that, then this is your problem right here. And then a new one of these cost about $45, $50, you know. Enjoy your, so if you guys have that going on, you need a new drain pump. If it's not draining at all, it's like, no, I'm not getting, it's not draining, but it's spinning and all that other stuff, but you're not getting any draining, boom. Now, if it's not turning whatsoever, then of course you're going to look at this. Then you're going to look at your motor. And if you're not getting any signals that your motor's bad, then you're going to go up top and you're going to look at your motherboard. If the motherboard's okay, then you're going to be looking at your transmission, but usually you can hear that going out. So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm going to ground this baby out. And I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna turn it back on and go ahead and actually it is on. Shouldn't really fool around with it when they're on, but I wanted to illustrate that it's functional. It's fully functional. $20. Yeah, I shouldn't have plugged it in. Now I want to tell you guys for the I'm not gonna use it now though, but I am gonna kind of throw these in there too. It's got that rubber on it. Get some action there. Yeah, so yeah, if that's not the case, then you're gonna see these lights up here. These lights up here they're coded. So depending on your water, you got some codes up here. It'll tell you if something else is popping off. But if the transmission's bad, then you're gonna have to take this out, and this is a bear to get out. But you need a screwdriver. Pop that bad boy out. Oh, everybody's gone. Okay, well, somebody might come back and say, "Tone, what's up with you?" Somebody might pop back in, but yeah. So let's see. I got some dirty clothes that I need washed. I got some dirty clothes. Oh, I got some dirty clothes that I need washed. I got some dirty clothes, baby. Ooh, I got some dirty clothes that I need washed. I got some dirty clothes that I need washed. I got some dirty clothes. Oh, I got some dirty, oh, I got some big back bush. I need washed. I got some I need washed. I got some. Oh, that I need washed. I got some dirty clothes that I need washed. Ooh, I got some big My house is a mess. I'm gonna clean this, but I had to start washing clothes first. And I took apart a refrigerator, a few of them actually, but now it's raining outside. But yeah, I'm gonna take all this stuff and I'm gonna list it and sell it. I need washed, I got some dirty clothes. All right, so let's talk about this beauty. I want to talk about this. This beautification here is a Samsung. It's a Samsung washer. Now, what's the skinny with this guy? What happened here? Well, the owner just put it out. They were just like, I don't want it anymore. They probably got a new one. They don't really care about selling it because they're not a bottom feeder like me. So I picked it up on the side of the road and said, I'm gonna bring it home. And guess what I found? There's nothing wrong with this. This is a direct drive, chitty bang bang, Samsung boom giddy. It's got some rust action, but I'm just gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna do some due diligence to this little rust. It's got some rust over here. Not a big deal, but I fired this bad baby up and it runs like a charm. So guess who's gonna make some money off of this? A little side of the road action. Yep, me. I don't know what gear it is, but let's see if we can get a make and model. It's usually a make and model right here. Somewhere, right here, somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's a DC S8031, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, so it's pretty decent. Runs just fine. But somebody beat it to They beat it up a little bit. So we got some scuff marks here. It's just a little, a little wear and tear, but 10-year digital inverter. So yeah, a little wear and tear, but not bad for the side of the road. So we got some scuffs here. People don't really like the scuffs, but people just need something to wash. They're just like, I just want to. So I'm gonna paint this. I'm gonna paint over it. I'm gonna paint over that. I'm gonna sand it down. I'm gonna paint over this, and I'm gonna make it look a lot nicer. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it for $125, and somebody's gotta buy it. 125 bucks. This is a different story. I don't have the back to the guy. I don't know what he did with it. But once again, this is a GE. Let me explain something to you muggles. So here's a couple things. Ew. That's one thing you don't do. Here's one thing you don't do. You don't let the hose so I just had some spillage. See that? That's because if you let this hose drop lower than where it's at right here, all the water will start to come out. So don't do what I did, or you're gonna have water on your floor. And I do have a little where's my guy at? I got a guy. Here's my guy. Just for spillages. Yeah. So that's my spillage guy. I'll clean that up. Okay, so back to what I was telling you guys. I'm gonna unplug this too. Safety first, guys. Safety first. All right, so now, if you guys are having problems with it not filling up, then you're looking at this guy right here. This is your water pump right here. This blue thing. So if that's the problem you're having, it's your water pump. All right? So hold on a second. Be right back after these messages. All right, so let me explain this to you. Let me explain this to all of you muggles, all of you naysayer, you beboppers, all of you beboppers out there. Yeah, all of you beboppers. Let me explain some. Clean up this water. Clean up this place. All right, I cleaned the place up. All right, beboppers, here we go. It's just me trying to save you some money. So, if it's filling up, right? If it's filling up, you're like, oh, it's cool, it's filling up, right? Next thing you know, you got water spilling out on your floor from the top here. And then you look, and the water is over this. It's coming over this right here. Guess what? This pump is bad. Either this pump is bad, or you have a switch that's bad in here. That switch is gonna be right there. Oh, this is a GE, so let me. Okay, so a pressure switch. I'm looking for your pressure switch. Your pressure switch is attached to a hose. I don't see it in here. Now, in this Continental, it's different because it's sitting right there. But yeah, so it's attached to the hose, but it's in here, actually. So you're going to have to get that hose and look at the pressure switch. Then you're going to have to run some diagnostics on your pressure switch because it's either this pump that went out. Now, how you can tell it's the pump is if the water is on and it's filling up and then you unplug it and it's still filling up, it's the pump. So replace the pump. But if it cuts off, then the pump's good. Now, the pressure switch, which I don't see in here, but when you test a pressure switch, it's different. You can test it electronically by ohms. You can also test a pressure switch. And sometimes it's not the pressure switch, sometimes it's the pressure hose. So that hose is running inside of here. So you're gonna have to take off the back of this in order to get to the pressure hose because it's sitting back there. So yeah, you got some problems with it filling up. Beans and ham. All right, so let's just say you have some other electronical problems. There's your motherboard right there. You can run some tests on it. You can smell it, look at it, see if there's anything crazy going on. Now say you're not getting you're getting power, but it's a little off. Then you want to test this guy right here. And you want to test it for its microfarads. It'll tell you how many microfarads it's supposed to get, but you want to test that for its microfarads. If the microfarads are off on this thing, you need a new one. So sometime the computer will throw a code too. Don't forget this is computerized. It'll throw a code and let you know, hey, this is not right or that's not right. So just wanted to let you guys know on your washing machines, don't throw them away just yet. Not just yet. They're worth keeping, but you might have to put a little work in. Some of you women don't mind either. That's what I like about some of you new women. You can get your hands dirty. You're like, honey, I'll do it. He might not trust you, but I trust you, young ladies. Go for it. All right, so your Samsung. Bing, ba, ba, bing, ba, ba, bing, bing. That's the sound this makes when you cut it on. Bing, ba, ba, bing, ba, ba, bing, bing. It also throws code, so now this one's not throwing any code. That's what I like about it. But it'll go bing, ba, ba, bing, bing. Bing, ba, bing, ding, boom, 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 bing, ba, bing, ding. So, this is a Samsung. Let's give us bing, bottle, bing, bing. All right, let's give it some power. See, pretty coolage. Little wipe off there. Samsung. Now it's not hooked up to the water or anything, and I need to keep this elevated so I don't have spillage. But yeah, so there's codes that are all into this, and it all depends on what goes wrong with it or what code that you see. Then it'll tell you, what's going on in here if the motherboard is pretty chill. Now, there's nothing wrong with this one at all, so I got it for free. I'm gonna sell it for $125 after I spruce it a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just got rust. And it might have a grounding issue too, so I'm gonna have to get up under here and check out the ground wires because I got a little shock from it. And I don't want that to happen to my customer. So, yeah. Here's some stuff that I'm just gonna sell. I'm just gonna sell all this stuff. Here's the rest of the stuff. Huh. And this is the rest of my illustrious apartment that I'm probably going to be leaving soon. But yeah, so I sell all this stuff. I sell it. Those, I sell all that. See all that plastic? All that's good. You sell this. You sell all this. I just got this refrigerator. And I spent $160 trying to figure out what's wrong with it. Found out what's wrong with it. It will not be working because, yeah, somebody said something was wrong with this fridge. So, what is that? Yeah. I found out that nothing was wrong with this fridge. Somebody's like, oh, it has a leak. I'm like, nope. Nope, nothing's wrong with it. So, got that up for sale. This fridge, the compressor went out, so I stripped it down. But I can't get this faceplate off, and I really want it. So, this right here, and this faceplate, you're looking at, well over $100 for this. This is almost $200 for this. And then this faceplate, this costs more too. And there's a screw that holds it in. Then there's others, then there's a way of getting it off of there, but I keep trying and I can't get it off of there. But I stripped this one down pretty much. Okay, I didn't expect that. Hold a second. Huh. You know what? I'm just gonna let that ride. Yeah. Came right off. So I sell these parts. Now I stripped this down, but I still need to. So I took out the ice maker and stuff like that. But these right here, I sell these for like $60 each. Hell, I'd even sell that door if I could. Nobody wants to buy the door. So yeah. Stripped it down. Fizzy lifting drinks. You gotta strip it down, fizzy lifting. Make sure there's no other valuables. Now, somebody would take this tin up out of there. I'm not. And it's just a couple. I mean, you can. Hell, I guess I could now that I'm thinking about it. I could take that off. I can just use a metal thing to get that off. I was thinking I had the blowtorch, but no, I can get that right on off of there. Yeah, now I'm looking at it, and I could sell that. And this one, well, there's a condenser, and this one has has 3. So I might just go ahead and do that. I might take that off of there. See what I can sell that for. Ooh, fizzy lifting drinks. But I want to get this off. Can't get it off. Yeah. Oh. You're so vain. I bet you think I'm talking about you. You're so vain. Do you think I'm talking about you? No, Mr. Wasp. Let me go ahead and spray this guy. Yeah. No. We do not want wasp in here. So that's what's going on out there. It's literally a mess in my house, but it'll be cleaned up. Probably tomorrow I'm gonna clean it all up. But yeah, it's gonna be all cleaned up. I wanted to illustrate some money-saving tactics for you Goombas. You Goombas out there. You guys are out there. You know. You guys are out there, man. You guys are out there. You're out there, you know? You guys are out there. I appreciate you guys. So there's a microwave. It works. Gotta get rid of, I gotta sell that. It's not listed. So I'm gonna take that microwave and I'm actually going to put it here after I put a towel or something down. I'm gonna sit it on top of here. And this stuff, sometime today, and well, this stuff's already listed, but I gotta go through this stuff. I gotta take pictures of it and I gotta list all of it. Boom. And it's Samsung. And then I gotta take all of this stuff, organize it, and get it out there. So this isn't looking so homely. So yeah, and then I gotta take all this and straighten all this out. Because right now my apartment looks pretty neglected and I don't like it. So yeah, anyway, so I got this out of the Samsung. And this beautiful thing is a heating element. What's really cool is the thermostat is connected to it. Coolidge. And so what they did was they combined the heating element, which is the metal part, they connected it to the thermostat here. So this is not welded in, it's one piece. That's interesting. And then they put a zip tie on the thermistor, which is in here. It's a temperature gauge. So this is all one. Now, okay, so here's your thermistor right here. Here's a thermistor right here. And here's a thermistor. Now, thermistors are pretty cheap. But this whole unit, you know, this whole unit is it's probably gonna get sold as one. I'm gonna sell it as one. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna flip that all as one unit. And Tony Baloney. Yeah. Get some screws to tighten this up. Tighten this up with 3 screws. Boom. Tighten that up. I'm gonna go ahead and sell this. All right, nobody's here, so I'm out, you guys. Thanks for stopping by and chatting it up.